4 seconds back to Verstappen, race leader. That's 13 laps completed, looking good stuff. And reminder, no burnouts allowed.
Almost accept that you're dead. I'm the man that walked out of fire.
It's all about being calm.
These guys have an almost fighter pilot mentality.
This is a sport like no other.
I'm gonna make it. I will survive.
Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the Racing League right now. We're starting with our first stream of Australia for Talk Titans Racing League. My name's Simi and just on my own tonight for this race, so looks like we've got a full grid. Yeah, I kept my microphone muted for the intro stuff. I was just sorting some stuff out in the background. I think we got 18 drivers at the minute. I think we've got one or two running a bit late. But hello, everyone in the chat. We've got Ali, Fawad Khan, Matty C, Stevie, Nick as well. Hey, Nick. How's it going? The sexy man, right. If you say so, mate. But yeah, really awesome to be commentating on this race. Really looking forward to seeing what this racing league's going to be like. Is the stream going okay, guys? Everything, hearing the in-game sounds okay? You have to give me a shout about game audio and stuff, like whether it drowns out my voice a bit. I'll just put the telemetry on while we're at it. Just going to adjust the audio a bit. I think the game's slightly loud there. Right, that'll do. Yeah, good luck, Nick. You need it. So we've got a few drivers out already. I'll do a quick run through of who we've got racing tonight. For some reason, my Twitch stream manager has got bitrate in red, but yeah, there shouldn't be any buffering or anything. Just let me know if there is, and I might have to adjust the bitrate down. But yeah, so we've got just one driver in the Ferrari tonight. That's Bish, and also we got Adam Moore in the Aston Martin. We've got Becker in the Alpine, Hey Ghost in the Mercedes, Shimpad in McLaren, Matty C in the RB, as well as Joe Lewis in the other RB. We've got Small Girl running for Red Bull, Tiger in the other Aston Martin, got Richie Chappelle in the Kick Sauber, Old Man Sai for Williams, Jam in the Alpine, and you've got Nick and the Reaper for Haas, Rickster in the other Kick Sauber. I think Rickster's subbing in for this evening. Uncle Crash in the Williams, Selbs in the McLaren. I thought I was good at Leet Speak back in the day, the 1337 Leet Speak, but I had to check like how it's pronounced. But yeah, Selbs in the McLaren, and last but not least, Carrot in the Mercedes. So whether we're just going to have 18 runners this evening or not, maybe we'll have a couple of people joining through qualifying. And I'll just sort out some of this. I'm going to leave the tyres off for the moment. Who should we go on board with? Let's have a look. I think we'll go on board with... He's one of the first out. Let's have a look. By the way, it's been a while since I've commentated, so be nice in the chat. Thanks, Vindog, confirming everything seems alright. But yeah, do let me know if like my voice drowns out the game audio a bit too much. Like I want to get the right balance on it. So, and while we're at it, I'm just gonna have a quick look, see if nothing in the YouTube chat. Right, okie dokie. So here we on board with Bish in the Ferrari, the only Ferrari running tonight, as Jam's out of qualifying in one of the Alpines. Not quite sure what happened there, as Bish sets. Oh. No, that didn't last very long. Rickster in the Kick Sauber, 1:17.9. Sets the fastest lap in qualifying so far. As Matty in the RB sets a 1:18.1. So yeah, 5 drivers. Yeah, I'm dual streaming. Yeah. That might be why the bit rates. I'll have to see. I mean, you guys are saying it's smooth at the moment, so which is good. Giving Bish a lot of onboard time here, so let's go on board with Hey Ghost. He's running the Mercedes. I do love this track, classic track. As Becker sets a 119.5 and Adam Moore 118.5. Tiger as well. So yeah, a few drivers in the 118s, as Nick Furyman goes 117.9, so very close to getting P1 from Rickster. Very good time from Nick. And Uncle Crash sets a 119.2, puts him P7 in the Williams right now. Staying on board with Hey Ghost, he's run wide. So I think he'll have another go now. Let's go on board with Old Man Cy in the Williams. Beautiful looking Williams. Where's he going to end up? As the Reaper in the other Haas. Well, 2 out of the top 3 currently in Haas. 117.9, so 3 drivers in 117 so far. Yeah, that's true, Stevie. Yeah, dirty airing of the car in front. I think it unsettled him a bit. As Old Man Cy comes through the final part of the lap. Ooh, bad exit there. Got a bit of a wobble. That's going to cost him a bit. Yep, and that's put him, well, lowest time so far. Let's see. Let's go on board with Carrots in the Mercedes. Lovely looking Mercedes. Let's see what time he's going to set. And traffic hasn't got much traffic ahead of him. Won't impede his lap. So comes through the final part of the lap. Around the final corner. Crosses the line and Carrot goes P10. Okay, so yeah, got a fair chunk of drivers in the 119s. Currently 4 in the 118s and 3 in the 117s. So let's go on board with Shimpad. Let's see what Shimpad can do in the McLaren. Oh, a bit of a wobble there. Through sector 2. Oh, bit of a wobble. He's got a slower car ahead of him. Are they going to get out of the way? Hopefully they see him. Yes, they do. That's good. In fact, his teammate, that was Selbs, getting out of the way there. Shimpard comes through the final corner. Whoa! That's definitely going to cost him. Caught that inside curb. Yep, that has cost him considerably there. As we'll go on board with Joe Lewis now in the RB. Lovely looking RB car. Or the V-Carb. I don't know what crowd you guys are in, whether in the V-Carb crowd or the RB crowd. Good sector 1 so far. Yeah. I see this being a decent time actually. Nice through the chicane there, that was nice and smooth. As Rickster's ended qualifying for him, so whether he's content with that time he's set and whether he thinks it can't be beaten, but Nick's going to give that a good go, as well as Reaper. Maybe Matty can get into the 117s as well, as going to cross the line with Joe Lewis now. And he sets a 118.4, so P7 currently. That's pretty good. As Selbs just set a time, he's managed to get P5, so he's pipped Bish. 118.1, so still only 3 drivers in the 117s. And let's see. Is Joe Lewis? Yeah, I think we'll go back on board with Joe Lewis, see if he can improve. No, he's half half a second down, so I think we'll go on board with Tiger now. I'd like to try and go on board with every driver, honestly, so give them a bit of viewing time on stream. Now it's Tiger's time, and the Aston Martin in Sector 1, and Nick's happy with his current position, so he's settled well, he's quite content with where he is. Yeah, he seems confident, doesn't he, Stevie? Very confident. The top two are. But yeah, hello to everyone in the chat again. Everyone watching in stream. Is the stream still smooth? No jittering or anything? All good? As that's good of the McLaren to get out of the way for Tiger there. Saw him coming. Through the latter part of Sector 2 now. Tiger currently P7. Is he going to improve? And he is... Yes, he gets P1 from Rickster. Really good time. What's this sorcery? 2 owners in the top 2 currently. Yeah, very, very good time from Tiger there. 117.8. So he's the man to beat now. As come on board with Uncle Crash. Oh no, we won't. He's half a second down. Now on board with Hey Ghost in the Mercedes. Currently in Sector 2. See what he's going to end up doing here. Is he going to improve on his current time of 119.2? Yes, he is. So he might pop into the 118s, but he's way off Adam's time right now. He needs a really good Sector 3 here. And he's got some traffic up ahead, but far away enough not to impede him. Don't think the dirty air will affect him. Oh, and he spun. Oh dear. We've had our first spinner in qualifying, and that's Hey Ghost. Hopefully he'll get out of the way in a moment, as Shimpad will go on board with now. I suspect this is... We'll have to see what... I'll see what his Sector 1 does. Oh yeah, he has improved, so we'll stay on board. The channel name on YouTube, bear with me a second. It is TTRL F1 Racing is the YouTube channel, so I'll put a link in the chat. There you go. That's the YouTube channel. So guys, if you could subscribe to us on YouTube, that would be much appreciated. And if you're not following on Twitch, drop us a follow. That'd be brilliant. As Shimpad's coming through Sector 3 now. We'll have to see if he's going to improve from P13 now. Is he going to improve? Yes, he is. Yeah, he's up to P10. That's very good from him. And Uncle Crash has called it quits with quali. So we'll have to see if... who else have we got? So Hey Ghost is still on... Hey Ghost is still running, recovering from his spin. So I think he'll go in and change some tyres, as we've got just under 5 minutes left of qualifying. On board with Becca now in the Alpine. Do love that Alpine livery. It's much nicer than the previous one they had. Yes, she's on our outlap, so we'll stay on board with Becca. Here she goes. That lovely Alpine. And yeah, she's got some traffic up ahead, but they're far away enough not to worry. Ooh, got a bit of a wiggle there on the exit. Managed to hold it. This is the thing, that with this game this year, the cars look like they're always going to spin out. they're a right handful, and not the good kind either. So the cars, that is. But yeah, so she's got a Mercedes further ahead of her. So far, so good. Through sector 3. Hey, George. Oh, YouTube's looking fine as well. Okay, thank you, mate. As she comes through the final corner, bit too tight on that exit there, and she stays where she is. Don't think. Oh, Richie Chappelle. We missed Richie Chappelle in the kick. Sauber gets P1 from Tiger, 117.7. That's a very good lap. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your wheels, Stevie. Not ideal. You're a happy man, are you, George? Good, good. Let's have a look who we can go on board with now. Oh, Adam's slightly up, so we'll stay on board with Adam here. Through sector 3. Is Adam going to improve? I think he will. No. Oh. So bad last sector then, because he was up in sector 2. Now we'll go on board with Joe Lewis. A 10th up almost. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely costing him there. I think not worth staying on board with him there. We'll go on board with Carrot now in the Mercedes. Nice exit out of sector 3. Crosses the line. Oh yeah, he has improved a bit. That's almost into the 118, so that moves Carrot up to P12 in the Mercedes. Now we'll go on board with Small Girl. Don't think we've been on board with Small Girl so far this stream, as Shimpad's settled with his time. He's decided to retire from the session. Here comes Small Girl through the final corner, and unfortunately she's must have had an issue somewhere there. 124. So as Andrew's just joined the session, no time, so you'll be starting from the back of the grid. So you'll be one to watch in that Ferrari. Hello in the chat. Small Girl is known by Louis, by the way. Ah, okay. Cool. Thank you. I'll try and remember that. But yeah, we'll stay on board with Matty C. I haven't really mentioned Matty so far. It's sat P6, or he almost went into 117s. So whether he's going to get into the 117 group now. Right, I see. As we've reached the end of the session, so we'll quickly flick through the drivers who are still running. Matty does pip Nick, so he gets P4. Let's have a look. I think that is every... Oh, we've got... Oh, yeah, here's Small Girl. Or Louis. Crosses the line. Small Girl going to improve? Yes. Up to P6. So that bumps Reaper down. So Small Girl's in a Haas sandwich. And I think that is everyone. Yep. That is everyone now. At least you managed to get in time, Andrew, before the race started. So, which is good. But yeah, it'll be a bit of a challenge for you to try and make your way through all the pack. But that is qualifying for Australia. So I'll do a quick run through, and then I believe there's a 5-minute break. But yeah, so Richie Chappelle gets P1 for Kick Sauber in qualifying. Tiger in the Aston Martin is P2, and then Rickster in the other Kick Sauber rounds out the top 3. Then you've got Maddie C in the V-Carb, Nick in the Haas, Small Girl in the Red Bull, Reaper in the Haas, Selbs in the McLaren, Bish in the Ferrari, Joe Lewis in the V-Carb. That rounds up the top 10. Then the rest of the pack, you've got Adam Moore in the Aston Martin, Shimpad in the McLaren, Carrot in the Mercedes, and I've run out of time. Oh, it's full qualifying. Ah, right. Okie dokie, thank you. Q2 then. Very proud. Yeah, you should be, Nick, for once. Should be proud of yourself. I love the Brummy accent in the background. Opportunities, mate. Just the Brummy bloke on the tannoy in the background. Formula 1 engines, right? For the decade, mate. Yeah, so of course, got 14 drivers have made it through to Q2. I feel a bit embarrassed now. I forgot it was full qualifying, but as I said, be gentle. It's my first commentary stream for quite a while, and I'm doing it on my Todd, on my own. So, but yeah, got a few of the drivers deciding to do an outlap now. There was only one driver set a time on mediums in Q1, so it's pretty good going considering they use their medium tyres and managed to get through to Q2. Not sure which of the drivers it was, unfortunately. I'd have to try and look back. But yeah, we'll go and stick this stuff on. This beautiful Ferrari. Beautiful thing. I think we'll stay on board with Bish. Mon the Scuderia. Exactly. You'll be cheering your teammate on. As Bish is about to start his lap. That lovely Ferrari. Stevie, who's your tip to win the race for today, do you think? Have you, yeah, what are your feelings on that? As I'm just going to have a swig of drink before I get a sore throat, because it's going to be a long old race today. Hopefully my loud gulps didn't come through the stream, but oh well. Oh, you're tipping Nick, are you? Biased. Absolutely biased. Unbelievable. But yeah, Rickster's definitely a good shout. As Bish comes through the final corner, crosses the line. Oh, he's not in the 117s this time, so 118.1 as Adam's invalidated somewhere. Stay on board with Shimpad in the McLaren. And Matty C gets P1 at the moment, and Shimpad gets P3. Rickster, so Rickster's not managed to get into the 117s as Nick sets the fastest lap of the race so far, and that didn't last very long, Nick. It's a story of your life. Selbs has managed to get into the 117s. That's a really good time from Selbs as well, 117.2. Very nice time. As Tiger sets a 119.0. Go on board with Joe Lewis now. Hopefully this traffic gets out of the way ahead of him. as Small Girls gets 117.6. Oh dear. The Aston Martin, yeah, should have got out of the way sooner, but yeah, very good time from Small Girl, Louis. So 117.6. We'll stay on board with Joe Lewis now. Who else has set a time? Well, Old Man Si has, but yeah, that's obviously they've had an issue somewhere. Good exit there. And again, this is going to be a pretty good time. Yes, it is. That's P2, 117.2. So not quite enough to pip Selbs, but very good time from Joe Lewis there. Let's see. Stay on board with the Reaper now. Or go on board with the Reaper, I should say, in the Haas. It's got Carrot on an outlap. Got 9.5 minutes left of the session of Q2. See what the Reaper can do here. Because he was about on the same pace as his teammate Nick, so let's see what he can do. Not a good exit there, that's going to cost him. It has indeed, yeah, 119.1, so that final corner really, yeah, didn't end up going very well for him. As Adam's on an outlap, Richie's in the pits, and Carrot's on an outlap as well. Joe Lewis decides to pit, so Old Man Si's off the pace. Okay, I think we'll go on board with Carrot now. In the Mercedes. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Andrew. Appreciated. And Vindog as well. I know you did it 12 hours ago, but I'll give you a shout out. Thank you for following. As Carrot through the final sector. Final corner now. Where's this going to put him? I think in the 118s. Yep. Yeah, mid 118s, so he gets P8. Oof. Right, I think we'll go. Yep, we'll go on board with Adam Moore now. And the lovely Aston Martin. There's only one or two drivers that haven't set a time so far in Q2. And while we're on board with him, yeah, there hasn't been any changes further ahead from what I can see. Good exit. Nice and smooth from Adam here. Oh! Commentator's curse. Caught that curb and... oh dear. Just going to have a flick through, see who else is on... Right, we'll stay on board with Matty C now in the V-Carb. Through Sector 3. Is he going to improve? Is he going to get into the 117s? He is, yes. That puts him P5. Nick is slightly up in Sector 2. On board with Nick in the Haas. Currently P7. As Tiger improves, he's moved up to P3 and Rickster now P4. Where's Nick going to end up here? Okay, so P5. Not bad. And Shimpad, right, I think we'll stay on board with Shimpad now. Over a second up on his current time of 118.2. So that potentially could put him in the top 2 or 3. Stevie, is George Shimpad, yeah? Obviously, as I commentate more, I'll get used to like the nicknames and stuff. Oh, he downshifted too much there, I think. Okay, yeah, he's abandoned his lap, so... As Richie Chappelle gets P7. So Rick's settled for his time in Q2. He thinks he's safe, so... right, okay. Cheers, George. You decided to abandon, did you? Oh, naughty Nick, cutting the grass. Naughty, naughty. As Small Girl also decides they've had enough of Q2 and they're confident that they won't be eliminated, so... let's have a look. We'll go on board with Richie. Oh, okay. Righto. And, yep, Nick and Tiger also have settled with their time. Nice little wiggle from Richie. Twerking in an F1 car. Seen it all now. Oh. Want to avoid that curb, that's for sure. And Old Man Sai is almost a second up, which he really needs. That potentially is going to put him into P8 if he continues at this pace in this Williams. Lovely Williams. He's he's given up. Right, we'll go on board with Carrot now. A bit too much of that curb there. Some of these drivers feeling the pressure. Right. Bear with me a moment. Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting any dropped frames or anything, which is good. Staying on board with Carrot right now. Of course, going to be the bottom 5 get eliminated from Q2. So the pressure is on as Carrot crosses the line, and that's not enough. So currently he's going to be eliminated as it stands. It's said to rain soon, according to Nick. And yeah, it has clouded over enough, so people, there's going to be a mad dash to get out on track as Old Man Sai is 2/10 up. But that's not going to be enough, I think, as it stands. I think that's going to have him eliminated. Oh, yeah. That won't help that exit out of the final corner. And Old Man Sai stays in the bottom 5. Adam Moore as well. He's down half a second. So as it stands, he's getting eliminated. So pressure's on for Reaper in the Haas. Nick will be hoping his teammate can get through to quick Q3. Is he going to do enough? I don't think he is. No. So he's, as it stands, going to be eliminated. I invalidated. Ah, yeah. Let's see. Shimpad. Pressure's on for George here. Oh dear. Caught the grass. It's unfortunate for George. So that's George out. And Bish. Yeah. As Adam Moore does manage to get out of the bottom 5. We'll stay on board with Bish now. So Richie Chappelle is safe. Oh, not a good exit there. As it started to rain. It's raining. Unfortunately for Nick, it's not raining men. So, that is Bish out. So I think the bottom 5 are certified, yeah. Carrots run wide, so call me the weatherman. Nick the weatherman. We can call you quite a few things, let's be honest, mate. Or pizza, we both know he loves pizza, yes, exactly. Well, I'd be mad if anyone decides to do laps in the wet, but you never know. As we watch this Mercedes being rolled into the garage. Oh, this Brummie's still talking in the background. 1996, mate. Words don't describe how annoyed I am. Yes. As that has finished Q2, yes. Geordie. Georgie. It's stuck on please. Right, finally. It started to get a bit worried then. It was sat on the black screen for quite a while. Oh boy. Well, this is something. The Brummie's still going in the background. .56 is the sound of the sport, mate. Oh, listen to him going in the background. No offence to any Brummies listening, by the way. Oh, it's apparently going to be a dry race. That's good. So, of course, we've got 10 runners for this Q3. We've got Bish in the Ferrari, just coming out the pits. Adam in the Aston Martin. Matty C and Joe Lewis in the 2 RBs. Small Girl in the Red Bull, Tiger in the other Aston Martin. You've got Richie Chappelle and Rickster in the 2 Kick Saubers. Nick Fuhrman in the Sol Haas in the top 10. And Selbs in the Sol McLaren. They have done a much better job with the rain in this year's game. I think the rain looks nicer, to be honest, the weather effects. Stream all good, guys? No buffering or anything? Guys, for anyone watching, please drop us a follow on Twitch if you aren't following, and subscribe to us on YouTube if you're not already. I'll just put the YouTube link in the chat, on the Twitch chat, if you can subscribe there, please. That'd be great. Stream's fine, lovely. Are the levels okay? Yeah. Hearing my dulcet tones. It was all part of your master plan, was it, Jules? Levels were good. Perfect, okay. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, cheers, mate. Welcome back, Vindog. You're saying Richie should do well here. Okay. Call me Pep, the tactical genius. Maybe yeah, not quite currently, really. These well, they've had a bit of a recovery, haven't they, Man City? Exactly, Stevie. Yeah, you can call George Mini a thing. As I think we'll go on board with Rickster's the lead car. That beautiful kick Sauber. It is probably my favourite livery on the like the race grid this season. This kick Sauber livery. Don't know how you guys feel about it. I think it's the best looking one, and I really liked the Alfa Romeo last year. They've really nailed it with the liveries. Rickster crosses the line, 126.9. Let's see if that's the benchmark. Yeah, 126 is. Yep. Adam Moore gets P2 and Bish currently P1, 126.8. So your teammate in the chat's going to be very pleased with that, Andrew. Andrew fashionably late. Are you normally like that, Andrew? Letting your team down there. As we've got Nick gets a 126.6, so P1 currently. Selbs are also 126.7. Stay on board with Tiger and the Aston Martin. Master First Challenge is on, yeah. Exactly, Andrew. You'll obviously be pleased that it's a dry race, I think. As Tiger goes fifth fastest, so two Aston Martins together, P4 and P5 right now. I think we'll go on board with... Yeah, we'll go on board with Rickster again. I think he can do better than that. Oh, and he's decided to abandon his lap. Now on board with Louis, aka Small Girl. Stevie says in the chat, they've really gone backwards with the wet weather in this year's game. You can brake so much later compared to last year's game. The car wants to kill you even more. And the tyres wear out at a ridiculous rate compared to the dry. Yeah. You love a handful though, Stevie. Allegedly. As Small Girl abandons their lap. I think we'll go on board with Bish now. And the Ferrari. Not that sort of handful exactly. Yeah. I think we've had this conversation before, Stevie. I think you know which way I'm inclined on that. What can Bish do here? Is he going to be able to get past Selbs and Nick? Get P1. I'll just pop the telemetry back on there. Sorry about that. As everyone's running into tyres. Crosses the line, and yes, it is enough to get P1. So 126.6, very close to Nick. Selbs comes across the line, and now gets P1, so that didn't last very long for Bish. 126.4. Selbs is currently the man to beat out on track. Now on board with Tiger and the Aston Martin. Whoa! Nice bit of drifting around the corner. Very impressive. As Richie, P9 now. Matty C. Matty C sets a time of 127.0. Right, let's see. Who else have we got? Oh, Nick's invalidated. He almost said you an invalid, Nick. You almost said. Start again. I thought you said Nick was an invalid for a second there. So this could be the largest Ferrari sandwich of all time. Yep. Oh, that's a panini, isn't it? Love a panini. Could murder a panini right now. Ham and cheese panini. Oh. Anyway, Adam in the Aston Martin, we'll stay on board with him. He is 2.5 tenths up almost. Just going to have a quick look at the YouTube chat, see if there's anything in there. Nope. Happy days. So Adam's lost a bit of time in Sector 2. Just mastered chicken and cheese panini. Oh, you filthy Scotsman. You filthy, filthy man. Where's Adam going to end up here? It says yellow flags in Sector 1. It's just a car getting out of the way. As Rickster gets the fastest lap. And Adam's abandoned. It's 125.8. That's very impressive. Whether that's just pure pace or whether the track's dried out. It's like, whoa. Okay, no, definitely not. Whoa. Richie's having the time of his life. On a cheese panini bread as well. That, mate, that is disgusting. I love it. Absolutely love it. I love it if we beat him. Love it. So Richie gets out of the way for, I think that was Tiger. Yeah, Tiger and the Aston Martin. Hey, don't hate on fatties. We just love food, okay? There's Tiger just about to start a lap. Mate, I'm about the same, George. Don't worry about it. I'm a chunky boy, but luckily for me, I'm 6'2". George, you sound like you're about 5'3". I know Stevie would love hearing that, by the way. Stevie, you can pay me later for saying that. 6'3". Ah, okay, fair enough. We'll stay on board with Tiger now. And the Aston Martin. What's he going to do? Well, he's half a second up, so... Oh, bad exit there. That will definitely cost him. I suspect that will cost him enough to potentially get P3, P4 as it stands. As we're approaching the end of Q3, Ricks is the man to beat. And Tiger, where does Tiger end up? P2. Could have potentially been P1 had he not had that error there. Joe Lewis isn't going to improve. Selbs is 3/10 up, so we'll stay on board with Selbs. In fact, no, we'll go on board with Bish now. Bish crosses the line. Does he improve? No, stays P5. And we'll go back to Selbs in a minute. Nick is half a second up. Current top 3, Rickster, Tiger and Joe Lewis. Is anyone going to break that top 3? Nick coming through final part of Sector 3. Nick crosses the line and he gets P2. Very nice from Nick. Tiger down on his time. Now on board with Selbs in Sector 3. What's he going to do? This Matty C gets P5. And Selbs P1. Right at the death. In that McLaren 125.6. So that just leaves Adam Moore on track right now. Through Sector 3. Where's Adam Moore going to end up? He gets P2. Wow, so Rickster's been bumped down to P3 right at the death. And that is Q3. All done and dusted. So I'll quickly run through it while I have a moment. And I'm going to have a swig of drink. So we have... Oh. Okay, so Selbs gets pole position in the McLaren. And Adam Moore gets P2 in the Aston Martin. Rickster in the Kick Sauber. Rounds out the top 3. Then Nick in the Haas. Tiger in the Aston Martin. Joe Lewis and Matty C in the 2 V-Carbs. Bish in the Ferrari. Small Girl in the Red Bull. And Richie Chappelle in the Kick Sauber. Oh, it's a 1-0 win for Man United. Yeah, okay. Stevie, I am right that there's a 5-minute break, isn't there? Okay, thanks, Adam. Hello in the chat, mate. Right, okay. I think what I'll do then is I'll go and have a breather for a minute, get my breath back. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you for the follow, Adam. By the way, follow on Twitch. But yeah, we will be right back. Right, we're back. Hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, sorry about the bit of the jump scare with the music. I'll be honest, I forgot to add it to the source list for that particular scene. Disgraceful. Absolute amateur. Right. Okay, we are sorted. I'll quickly run through the lineup for the race and what tyres. You can see what tyres they're on. And yeah, the music fits really well with the racing, definitely. So we've got a few runners on hards. As Jam and Andrew have had a coming together. That is not what you want to do, Andrew. Oh dear, that was quite a big blunder. That's his words, not mine. His words in the chat. But yeah, we've got a few guys starting on the hards. We've got Selbs in the McLaren, Richie Chappelle in the Kick, Reaper in the Haas, and Old Man Si. Those are the only runners on the hard tyres. And the rest of the pack starting on mediums. So you got Adam Moore in the Aston Martin, Rickstra in the Kick Sauber, Nick in the Haas, Tiger in the Aston Martin, Joe Lewis and Matty C in P6 and P7, the two V-carbs, Bish in the Ferrari, Small Girl in the Red Bull, already mentioned Richie Chappelle, but Shimpad, Carrot, Uncle Crash, and you've got another two people that have had to come in together on the formation lap. It's Hey Ghost and Becca, as Nick and Joe missed their grid spot. That's not good. Let me try and get a good camera angle here. So quite a few people have missed it. Right, here we go. And we're off. Sorry, the lights went mental there as... Oh. What a start. That was chaotic. Really good start there from... well, Tiger's moved up a place. There's an incident further at the back. We'll go to that in a minute. Oh. Really tight at the front here. We'll just bring up the position changes. So Adam Moore manages to get past Selbs up to P1. And Bish has made up 2 places. He's up to P6. So he's managed to get past both of the V-carbs. As we're on board with Rickster now. In P3. Already built up a bit of a gap. Now, who really missed out from the start of that race? Uncle Crash lost 4 places. And the Reaper down 5 places. As Carrot just gets past Richie Chappelle. Just run through the pack here. There's Small Girl's putting Shimpad under some pressure here. On board with Small Girl. As Adam Moore gets the fastest lap of the race. 29 lap race now. Oh, cars side by side up ahead. Let's go on board with that. Bish and Joe Lewis battling it out. Bish looks down the inside. Oh, as car runs wide, as Tiger off track. Rejoins safely. It looks like he's actually got some damage, I think, from what I could see. I lost my trail of thought at the start of the race there, because the lights make it like the bleeps. It sounded like some dance music, like boom, 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 boom. It really put me off. On board with Bish. It's under some pressure. He's got the V-carb. No, he's lit quite up his backside, but not. As yeah, we've got Jam up 7 places, so he's absolutely flying. As Hey Ghost has dropped down in P18 now in the Mercedes. I've got to stop saying now. We'll have a now counter. Got to stop saying now. the pack spreading out a bit. Carrot was looking for a move down the inside of Small Girl. Closely packed together here. Small Girl gonna look for a move. And Rickster's moved up to P1. Oh, nice exit from Small Girl. And McLaren there made a bit of a mistake. Left just enough room. Small Girl's made the move stick. Up to the front. Focus on the battle at the front. We've got a pack of 4 cars up top. Selbs has lost a place to Adam Moore as Tiger gets the first penalties of the race. 3-second penalty after only 3 laps. That's not going to bear well for him. Won't fare well for him at all. As we've got yellow flags. Oh, okay. I think it wasn't probably a full spin. So someone's managed to get back underway. It looks like it was actually Tiger. He's currently last place. He's dropped 14 places from where he qualified. And Jam is the biggest improver, up 8 places. Well, Selbs is really putting some pressure on Adam Moore. But a nice exit from Adam. Built up a bit of a gap. Here comes Selbs. Is he going to look for a move? No, thinks better of it. Also another big mover is Andrew in the Ferrari. Started last place. He's up 8 places. And Jam has improved even more. He's up 9 places now. Up in P9 in the Alpine. This is Selbs going to look for a move. It's a bit too far back. No, he doesn't. Right, we'll have a quick flick through. There's a pack spreading out a tad. Okay, let's go on board with the mid-pack, shall we? On board with Bish in the Ferrari. He's got his teammate, the other Ferrari, Andrew, right behind him. He's got Jam ahead of him. He's having an absolute flyer. Only one driver with 3 seconds of penalties, as Bish has had a bit of a bad exit there. Andrew just showing him he's there. It's right on cue. Jam gets 3-second penalties. So made all that really good effort getting through the pack up 9 places, and he's got the 3 seconds. Not good. Haven't really mentioned Nick so far, but Nick up in P4. So he started P4, currently P4 in the Haas. Bish on these medium tyres. As that's Richie Chappelle looking down the inside. Oh, he ghosted. So there's a bit of contact there between Shimpad and Richie Chappelle. There's a pack forming. Right, we'll move further up. On board with Nick. Whether Joe Lewis can put him under some pressure, like Joe is closing on him. He is. He's right up Nick's backside here. Nice exit from Joe Lewis. As Adam Moore gets 3-second penalty. Considering his P2, that could cost him a lot. We've had no safety cars thus far as Joe Lewis goes down the outside of Nick, and Old Man Side becomes the next person to get 3 seconds of time penalties. In the Williams not faring very well. 2 out of the bottom 3 in the race currently as Matty C gets past Carrot. Oh, there's been an incident somewhere. I think it was a Ferrari issue in Sector 3. Oh, no, I think it's the Red Bull. Yep, small girl. Small girl back underway, so quickly go on board. No damage, so I think maybe just caught too much curb. Lost it by themselves. Louis there. So, nice move from Joe Lewis to get past Nick. I think we'll stick with the front 3. And Adam has lost the place to Selbs. And as mentioned earlier, the 3-second time penalty could potentially cost Adam a lot in the latter part of the race. Of course, and depends how many other drivers there are that are going to get time penalties around here. Like 4 of the 19 runners have one at the moment. As here comes Selbs. Move down the inside of Rickster, and he does make it stick. As well, Adam was having a look down the, having a look for a move on Rickster as well. Oh, that's not a good exit. Oh, and Adams decides to pit. Okay, first one to pit. Is anyone going to follow him in? He clearly doesn't fancy those tyres at all. On board with Matty C in the V-carb. 2 out of the 2 of the V-carbs in the top 5. As here's... Yeah, we'll go on board with Bish in the Ferrari. As Reaper gets past Jam up into the top 10. Sorry for flicking about a bit. It's, yeah, hard to keep track of everything on track. On board with Richie Chappelle. He's looking for a move on Andrew, who's made up 13 places in the Ferrari. Richie using... Yeah, very nice move from Richie there. Up into P6, but very impressive from Andrew. Making up 12 places from where he started. And he's a man on the mission. He's already closed up on Matty C. On those hard tyres as Matty C decides to pit. And ahead of him, Joe Lewis has had an issue, so... Richie gets past Joe Lewis as well. So it's a really... Oof. Yeah, had a really good spell ahead of him. There's Hey Ghost. Ooh, he's looking down the inside of Shimpad. There's a few of the guys have decided to pit. I've had Matty C come in, Andrew, Carrot, Bish, Tiger, and Becker as well. And Carrot's the next one to get 3 seconds of time penalties. Here comes Hey Ghost. Oh, hey, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh boy, that was rather scary. As Andrew got 3 seconds of penalties. That's very scary indeed. Caught that on stream. Just it was a love tap on the back of. Oh, yeah, that's upset George a fair bit. Unsettled him a lot, but still quite a long way to go. Just a third of the way through the race now. I said now again, damn it. Have a quick flick through the pack. Yeah, we'll go with... Oh, as George does decide to pit, as does Small Girl. So does Andrew. on board with Uncle Crash. Don't know if him and Bish had to come in together. They looked like he let Bish through. So he's on these medium tyres. Right, on board with Nick. Ooh, bit of a messy sector there. And yeah, Nick has fallen back a bit from the top two, so Selb's not far away from Rickster. Game didn't change wing. Yeah, Andrew, the game's funny with that, as George gets 3-second time penalty. And Rickster has pitted. I think we'll bring up the tyres. So Rickster's gone on to the hard tyres. We've got 3 cars on 10-lap-old mediums. That's Nick, Joe Lewis and Jam. Let's see how long they can take those medium tyres. Hey Ghost is on 10-lap-old mediums as well. And Andrew's decided to pit onto mediums, fresh mediums. And Small Girl, fresh hards, as well as George's fresh hards. And Small Girl is... oh, no, that's Uncle Crash, in fact. So Uncle Crash has gone from medium tyres to hards. So Selbs is out on his own at the front. As Richie Chappelle's putting some pressure on under Joe Lewis. Or pressure onto Joe Lewis. You can tell as well because Joe Lewis is all over the place a bit. Stevie says in the chat, I reckon Nick will stop either this lap or next. Yeah. But Richie is all over the back of Joe. As are the 2 cars behind. You got Jam and the Reaper close together, and there's a yellow flag in sector 1. So someone's had a moment, but yeah, they're back underway. I think it was one of the Williams, I believe. Here comes Richie. Here's Richie. Right up the back of Joe, who runs a bit wide, and Tiger gets another 3 seconds, so he's the first one to get 6 seconds of penalties. And yep, Reaper has managed to get past Jam. And that allows... oh, there's a bit of contact there. Bit of the old wheel banging going on. Here comes Adam, around the outside of the Reaper. He does get past, so very nice move. But yeah, there's a bit of love tapping. We love a bit of a love tap. Just a bit of one, yeah. A bit of the old wheel banging's okay, as long as don't spin anyone out, of course. Becca's in no man's land, really. Hasn't got anyone near her. Same with Small Girl, Andrew as well. George's back underway. As Uncle Crash pitted onto fresh mediums. So as it stands, Selbs is way out into the lead, but can Richie close this gap? They're both on 12-lap-old hard tyres. And yet, as you called it, Stevie Nicks. Nick has pitted. So you clearly have some intel. Definitely have some intel, as Adams pulled out a bit of a gap from Joe and Rickster. And Rickster is putting Joe under pressure. Under pressure. Do. I'll turn the tyre stuff off now. I said now again. Balls. And Rickster does get past Joe Lewis. Old Man Sigh up in P6. But I don't believe he has pitted yet. Let's have a look. Oh, wrong screen. Yeah, hasn't yet pitted, so we'll have to factor that in as he gets a 3-second penalty. And Nick gets past him. There's an incident further back. Hey Ghost and I think it was Carrot. No. Yeah, actually, it might have been Hey Ghost and Carrot had coming together. Said balls again too. Yeah. As the Reaper looking down the inside of Bish, and he has managed to get past, so very nice move from the Reaper. As I'm just going to have a swig of drink very quickly. Whew. Given the old vocal cords are going, this is. And Jam gets 3 seconds of penalties. I'll quickly run through the penalty situations. So, yeah, you've got Adam Moore on 3 seconds, as you can see. Old Man Si on 6, Carrot on 3, Tiger on 6, Jam on 6, Andrew on 3, and George on 3. So George is shin pad. And Joe gets 3 seconds of penalties. So what's that, about 8 or 9, I think? Yeah, 8 drivers, 8 out of the 19 on penalties. And there's only, we've got 3 drivers that haven't pitted yet. The top 2, as well as Old Man Si. The top 2 both on hard tyres and Old Man Si. As Carrot gets past Old Man Si. We're on board with Carrot. So he's made up 6 places from where he qualified. Richie Chappelle is the biggest gainer, up 8 places from quali. The biggest losers on track, Joe Lewis down 8 places. Small Girl down 6. Shimpad down 6. Of course, he had that incident earlier. I've got a bit of a pack building. Just trying to find. The cars are a bit spread out right now. Oh, okay. On board with Rickster. He is on the back of Adam. There's yellow flags in sector 3. That was one of the Ferraris had an issue. Andrew, I think. And Rickster. Oh, he's onto the grass. That is going to allow Adam to get past him, is it? No, Adam thinks better of it. So despite the mistake that Rickster had, as Uncle Crash gets 3 seconds. Yeah, despite the mistake Rickster made, Adam didn't capitalise on it. So whether he had his own issue. So 2 out of the top 3 kick Sailbers currently. Stevie in the chat, I reckon the hard runners will try and go between lap 18 and lap 20, then it will be a choice between mediums and softs. Yes, as we're just over halfway through the race now. The top 3 in their own group. And unfortunately for George, George really needs to get his skates on because he's going to get lapped otherwise. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong icon. Sorry, ignore me completely. Oh, I was like, that's George. No, it's not. It's Selbs. Nowhere near. Oh, Ferrari's had an issue again. So it was I think it was Bish. It's had a problem somewhere. On board with Joe Lewis in the V-Carb. Oh, in fact, we'll go on board with Adam Moore, who has managed to get past Richie. So Adam Moore up to P2. And Small Girl has just got past Bish, who's decided to pit. Old Man Si as well. As you said, Stevie, yeah, Jules was running really well before he got tapped from behind by Hey Ghost. It's one of those taps where it's the game a lot of the time. Selbs has stopped. Yeah, he has indeed. Thank you. So Selbs, that puts him P5. But yeah, it's one of those where it shouldn't really spin, but it does. I'll tap him from behind. It's unfortunate. As we're on lap 17 of the race, on board with Adam. Yeah, I called. It wasn't even that hard of a tap. It just, yeah, it sent. Like in my opinion, anyway, it felt more like a game screwing George over, where it's a tap that shouldn't have been significant enough to cause an issue. We'll quickly run through, try and find the closest battle on track. As you got Tiger and the Aston Martin deciding to pit, of course having the early incident. On board with Reaper and the Haas. Yellow flags in Sector 1. Who's that's had an issue? Yeah, Uncle Crash in the Williams. Down in P19 last place, and Bish has had a problem as well. Dropped down to P18. Not good. As Adam Moore gets... I think that's his second 3... Yeah, I think he's 2 penalties now. So he's on 6 seconds. That is going to cost him. And we've not had any safety cars so far in the race. Oh! That couldn't have been more better timed. As soon as I say we haven't had a safety car yet in the race, safety car comes out. And who was it that had the problem? Just having a look through the pack. Oh, it's a Williams. Yeah, I think it's Uncle Crash. Yep, Uncle Crash. Nicely jinxed. You say that, but Uncle Crash is the one that lost his front wing, so have a word with him. Living up to his name, Uncle Crash. Oh, and he decides to retire from the session, so I'm assuming he had floor damage. Well done for retiring in the actual pits as well. Get a bit of praise for that. Not retiring on track. So that isn't the reason why the safety car came out. Losing the front wing where he did. We'll have to see how many of the cars are going to pit onto fresh tyres. George has already decided to in the McLaren, also known as Shimpad. And also Hey Ghost decided to pit as well. And yep, here comes Rickster, decides to pit, as does Adam Moore. What is Nick going to do? Nick is going to... Yes, he is. Indecisive Nick. He was in 2 minds whether to pit or not there. What is Selbs going to do in the McLaren? He decides to stay out, as does Richie. Joe Lewis running P6 currently in the RB. And Joe decides to pit as well. I'll bring up the tyres. So yeah, Joe on 5-lap-old hards. Carrot decides to stay out, so he's on brand new mediums. Matty C on brand new mediums. Jam. The Reaper. Tiger on 1-lap-old mediums. Old Man Sai. Bish decides to stay out on hards. 2-lap-old hards. Okay, interesting. Small Girls decided to pit onto medium tyres. Currently running P14. Andrew on 2-lap-old hard tyres. Becca on 1-lap-old mediums. So yeah, only 1 DNF thus far. And this is the first safety car of the race. As we're on lap 20 or 29. As I'll just have another swig of drink. And Andrew in the Twitch chat is very pleased about that safety car coming out. Very pleased indeed. But it's nice to see, again, this might be a commentator's curse, but it's nice to see that we've only had one DNF thus far. What am I drinking? I am drinking Get More Vits, Vitamin B, still apple and raspberry, sugar-free flavoured water. It's one that you get in Tesco. Other supermarkets are available. But yes, it's really nice. It's apple and raspberry still flavoured water. It has loads of vitamins. Bit of the old vitamin B. And we both know what Nick's favourite vitamin is, don't we? Vitamin D. I'll leave that to your imagination as to why. And yes, me and Nick go quite a way back, so that's why we give him a bit of bullying. We're not bullying someone we don't know. Don't advocate for bullying. You had a bottle of that coming back from Sandown Racecourse on Friday. Yeah, it is really nice. Yeah, it's the stuff in the white bottle. Yeah, Get More Vits. I really like the sparkling orange one as well. It's Pulse Energy release, apparently. It is delicious. It's not bullying, it's just constructive criticism, yeah. It's just banter. It was just banter, as Richard Keys once said. I think we'll quickly run through the penalty situation as we're approaching the latter part of the race. Adam Moore on 6 seconds for the Aston Martin. Carrot in the Mercedes on 3 seconds. Jam in the Alpine on 6. Tiger in the other Aston Martin is on 6 seconds as well. The safety cars in this lap, so I'll quickly run through this. Old Man Si in the Williams on 6. Joe Lewis in the RB on 3. Andrew in the Ferrari on 3. And Shimpad, aka George, in the McLaren on 3. As Rickster's going to lead the restart. And he's off. So he's caught Adam napping a bit. Is there going to be any moves further back? Nick's putting Richie under pressure. Nick on the fresh medium tyres. Is there any movement further back? No, it doesn't look like it. Of course, as we get further into this race, do let us know in the chat if like who's your driver of the day is. As George gets another 3 seconds. Yeah, I think that's him on 6 now. Oh, as Richie gets past Selbs, moves up into P3. Nick a nice witness of that. Is he going to capitalise as well? He's closing in on Selbs. Decides better of it. So we're on lap 22 of the 29. Nick's at P5 currently. And Carrot is closing the gap a bit as DRS is now re-enabled after the safety car. And he is right on Selb's backside. Not literally. As Adam is closing a bit on Rickster at the front. So we will switch to that if he closes the gap a bit more. Still on board with Nick. He's a man on a mission. Here he comes. That DRS pull. And he gets past Selbs. Nice sector from Nick here. Just as I say that, he caught the grass. He is closing in on Richie. He is, we'll go with the front two. Adam is right on the back of Rickster. 2/10 behind. He looks down the inside. Respectful, giving each other room there. As Joe Lewis gets the fastest lap of the race now, 119.0, and yes, I said now. And Selbs gets past. Oh, Selbs and Carrot are having a ding-dong battle here. Oh! And that, yeah, that little knockout wide has put Carrot under all kinds of pressure. That's going to allow Matty to capitalise within DRS. Oh, Carrot's going to look... Whoa! He thought about it. Pulled out at the last moment, so to speak. As Jam gets another 3 seconds. I think that's him on 6 now. Yellow flags in Sector 3. That's the Mercedes of Hey Ghost. Mercedes, yeah. We'll have a look in a bit if there's any damages. Whoa! Bit of contact. Rather naughty. Matty gets overtaken by his teammate, Joe. And Adam is right on the back of Rickster, who runs a bit wide the exit of the corner. So we will stick with the front two for now. Nick is catching Adam, you are correct. The more the front two battle out, it's going to play into Nick's hands. And here comes Adam, he's looking down the inside. And he does get past. Very nice move. And that's Adam up to P1. But of course he is on... I think it was 6 seconds a pen. Yep, on 6 seconds. So it's like if Rickster and Nick... Yeah, Rickster needs to worry about Nick more than anything. And that is Old Man Si with an issue in Sector 2. Back underway. We will stay on board with this front pack. Nick is continuing to close on Rickster. And unfortunately for Adam, he is a sitting duck with those 6 seconds. This will make him drop back considerably. When Nick has Richie Chappelle, Rickster's teammate, closing in on him. We'll go on board with Nick now, in the Haas. Your 2 tips to win, Stevie, yeah. As Jam gets another 3 seconds, I think that's him on 9, I believe. No, 12, even worse. Oh dear, not good. Really nice sector from Nick. Oh boy. That was wise from Nick. Whoa. What a battle at the front. This front four. But I compliment Nick there for backing out of that, because that would have been a bit too chaotic. As we've still got a few laps, so he just needs to bide his time. Adam is the one that's going to really miss out here with those 6 seconds. The longer this this other group can stay without any penalties, as there's an... I think that's Old Man Si or Jam. Oh, Jam has pitted. Well, Adam got a really bad exit there, got very loose, and that's going to allow Richie to capitalise. Nick just needs to be patient. So we're on lap 27. The only problem for Nick and Richie is Rickster potentially pulling out a bit of a lead at the front, like unassailable lead, as Joe gets another 3 seconds. Joe Lewis. So Stevie in the chat says Carrot being 6 seconds back and a 3-second penalty, Adam will still get P4. That's right. As Adam gets past Rickster, and that allows Richie, the 2 kick Saubers. Bide your time, Nick. Nice driving, and Richie gets 3 seconds. That plays into Nick's hands completely. Nick is going to want to get past Richie pretty sharpish, because Rickster is the man to beat for Nick. But is Richie going to try and help his teammate and try and hold Nick up? We'll have to see. Staying on board with Nick in the Haas, and Nick's teammate Reaper. He didn't. I think he had an issue early doors, Reaper. But yeah, he's recovered well. Up 8 places. So 2 Haas's in the top 5. 2 kick Saubers in the top 3, as it stands. The 2 Haas's with no time penalties. So Nick is provisionally P2 as it stands. All the 2 kick Saubers have a coming together. A love tap. You saw the sparks flying as we are approaching the final lap of the race. Adam currently in P1, but he is on 6 seconds of penalties. As Jam DNFs in the pits and leaves the session. I don't think that, unless there's an issue ahead of him, I don't think there's... I think Nick's a bit too far back to challenge Rickster for P1. But we will go on board with Rickster. He's got his teammate Richie. Now, how good of teammates are they? Are they going to battle, even though Richie's on 3 seconds? As Andrew gets another 3-second penalty. As does Joe Lewis. And Rickster comes through. Gets past Adam. Richie runs a bit wide. Yeah, this is Rickster's race. Comes through the final part of Sector 3. In that kick Sauber. No penalties. He's had a really good drive. And Rickster crosses the line and wins at Melbourne. Very nice race. Nick gets P2 for Haas. And Richie gets P3 in the kick Sauber. That rounds out the podium. Adam gets P4 for Aston Martin as Andrew has DNF'd. I think he might have just left the session prematurely, maybe. I don't know what happened there, but Adam gets 4th place for Aston Martin. Reaper in the other Haas for P5. Now I'll round out the rest of the pack. But brilliant drive from Rickster. Stayed out of any issues on track. The game reckons the driver of the day was the Reaper. But yeah, I'll quickly run through the final standings. Obviously, there'll be incidents put in and stuff. You did call it right, Stevie. You know it all. The champagne! Pat yourself on the back. Yeah. Okay, so we already ran through some of the standings, but yeah, we'll start from P6 because we already mentioned the top 5. So Matty in the V Carb gets 6th place, Selbs in the McLaren P7, then you've got Small Girl in the Red Bull, Carrot in the Mercedes, and then Bish in the Ferrari gets the last position, points position. Then you have Tiger in the Aston Martin 11th, Becker in the Alpine, Joe Lewis in the V Carb, Shimpad in the McLaren, Hey Ghost in the Mercedes, Old Man Si in the Williams, Andrew in the Ferrari, and you had 2 DNFs. That's Jam in the Alpine, and I think it was Uncle Crash was the other DNF. And breathe, and breathe, and breathe. But yeah, excellent race that was. Very nice. Oh, you have points to P15, right? Okay, thank you for pointing that out to me. It's hard to remember everything, you know. But yeah, that was a really good race. Enjoyed that. If you're not following us on Twitch, please drop us a follow. We're also on YouTube. I'll put the YouTube link. If you could subscribe to us on YouTube as well, that would be brilliant. But yeah, it looked like an early DNF by Andrew, yeah. So that's why I said, like, yeah, the standings will potentially change. But yeah, thank you guys. I think we'll wrap it there because it's now 10 to 10 almost, and I've not had dinner and I need to give my voice a rest. But yeah, we will see you all next weekend, next Sunday, 8 o'clock. Just going to have a quick look at the calendar. Trying to remember what track is next. It is Singapore, so 2nd of February, Singapore Grand Prix. I'll quickly run through the calendar actually before we go. So yeah, next weekend you've got Singapore, and then on the 9th of February we've got Barcelona, which will be a sprint race. Then on the 16th of February we have a USA Grand Prix at Las Vegas. Then round 6 on the 23rd of Feb will be at Japan. Round 7 on the 2nd of March will be Montreal, a 100% race. Round 8 will be on the 9th of March at Interlagos, Brazil. And round 9 will be a mystery track on the 16th of March. So I'm assuming there's going to be a stream where that will be decided. But yeah, so that we'll be looking forward to doing Singapore next weekend. Do love that track. And thank you guys for joining me. Cheers again to Adam Moore, Andrew, Vindog, who have followed us today on Twitch. And we will see you all next week. Yeah, thank you, Stevie. Cheers, everyone. Catch you later.